dill, and the next life you might not have junk. So wouldn't it be ironic if suddenly he was Jimmy Smoothcrotch? It would be amazing. And he could find some off-brand Barbie to rub up against. It'd be great. Love it. I'm 48 years old and I've had a midlife crisis, as you do. And mine unfortunately did not come in the form of boobs or a boyfriend. I decided two things. I was gonna start doing comedy, and the first one, really a lot of it had to do with I needed some growth. I need some growth, so I started to do some comedy. I'm like, I need my ego to be tamped down because I had a pretty cush life. I lived a very curated stay-at-home mom life. You know, and both my kids are in school, so I'm painting, I'm doing my thing. My friends are super nice. They're telling me how awesome I am all the time. I can't live like that. There's no growth there. There's no growth. I need somebody to bring me down to earth. So I thought, I'll do comedy. These people are nice too. What the heck? I thought they'd be a bunch of a-holes. They're not. They're super nice. So then I thought, I've got to go to the source. Where's the number one source of just really angsty, we're going to let you know that you're not that great? Junior high. Well, the ER, so my husband's an ER doctor. That'll number one get you. But I have a painting degree. So junior high is what I decided I'm going to teach junior freaking high. And let me just tell you something. These people did not disappoint. If I wanted to come down to earth, I wanted to be brought down. They did not disappoint. I'm just going to give you a couple of the quotes I've heard in the last week, just a few to keep you ready. Here's the thing. In the springtime, these boys like to get what's called the buzz and bleach. They buzz their head, they bleach it. So you see a bunch of like copper-headed a-holes running around the walls everywhere. So I thought, I'm gonna do my version of the buzz and bleach. I do this every once in a while. This is my buzz and bleach. So I came rolling in, and the first kid walks in and he just goes, oh. And then he kind of shook his head and he said, I like your hair. I was like, whoa! That was incredible! I'm like, if you can figure out how to get a hold of those facial expressions, you're gonna be the best husband alive. That was amazing. That turnabout, he just went, get it together, I like your hair. The next kid came rolling in and was like, you look like a swan. I said, well, swans are majestic and beautiful. I didn't mean it that way. I'm like, I'm gonna take it that way. I'm gonna take it as a compliment. I didn't mean it as a compliment. I'm gonna take it as a compliment. Now get out. And then down the hall, you just heard him say, I didn't mean it as a compliment. Another kid said to me, he's like, you know how your face is kind of orange? And I was like, thank you for that. I did not know that my face was kind of orange, but I do now. He said, well, the way you have your hair makes it more orange. And so what I was thinking, if you dyed it green and then your eyebrows green, you would look like an Oompa Loompa. I said, well, funny you should say that, because when I was in 6th grade, I had a really unfortunate perm. And the boys decided I looked like Gene Wilder in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. So my nickname in junior high was Oompa Loompa. So thank you for bringing that up. It's wonderful. But my very, very, very favorite thing, this kid said to me, bruh. And I'm like, what? He's like, oh, low-key, bruh. You just look like a burned-out old lady that's trying to look hip. I've never felt more seen in my life. I am a burned-out old lady that's trying to look hip. That's what I am. I'm like, you nailed it on the head. You've done this. I love it. This is amazing. You've seen right through me. I teach art, and 120 of the 175 students I have are in a sculpture class. And we use plaster, and we use wood, and we use floral foam that we carve, and we use ceramics. We do all kinds of stuff. And they're so creative, they're amazing. And the best thing, the most creative thing that I've seen is the various and sundry penises made by 8th graders. I've never seen so many penises in my life. And what's great is every single class thinks that they're unique. Like, we made a penis, and she's gonna see it. And the other thing that's great is they think that I'm not gonna know what it is. You should pick that up. I know what that is. How do you know what that is? I'm like, I'm a 48-year-old woman who, believe it or not, has been married to a man for 25 years. I know what a penis is. Pick it up. Nope, not gonna pick it up. Finally, I just took a mallet and smashed it. I walked into the room one day and there was this giant penis painted on the wall. I'm like, okay, who painted the penis on the wall? And they were like, oh my gosh, she said the P word, This kid came up, you're not supposed to say penis, you're supposed to say dick. I was like, actually, no, you're supposed to say penis and you're not supposed to say dick. Either way, get this penis off the wall. They're super fun. I know you guys have heard the term smells like Teen Spirit, right? I can attest. It's more of like a climate. It's more of like a fog. It's more like a nuclear fog. It's got a smell for sure. It's got a taste. It's also got a taste and like a feel. You know what I mean? Like it's got a feel. And these kids can't help it. They just have hormones just seeping off of them. And I have no hormones. So I'm just walking around. I'm like a charcoal filter. Like, bring me your hormones. I will filter them through me. It's gonna be wonderful. Honestly, I've never felt anything like it. I'm like, these people by 7th period, it'll singe your eyebrows off. It's like, woo! Nelly, I'm trying to figure out how you incorporate hygiene and art. Like, what kind of lesson could we do? Do I have them sculpt like deodorant sticks? I don't know. I don't know how to do it. But anyway, it's been awesome. I've really loved it a lot. The thing about going back to my hair's not that unique. It's not. But where I live in Holiday, it makes me very, very brave. I get told I'm brave like once a week. You are so brave. I would literally never do that. I could never do that. My husband would divorce me if I had it. I could never. It looks so cute on you. You're so brave. I might as well be a first responder with the bravery I have with his hair. I'm like, here's a combat veteran. You're not telling him he's brave, but I'm brave because of this hair? I mean, come on, it's crazy. But it is kind of, it is a little bit distinct from where I live. Like I was in San Francisco, nobody told me I was brave. Not one person. Not a single bravery comment, not one. Because of my hair though, I get kind of people sightings. You know, people come up to me and say, I saw you out running. I saw you out, a lot of running sightings. I saw you up on Wasatch Boulevard. I saw you down by the Cotton Bottom. Lots of running sightings. In the winter, lots of spinning, lots of yoga. This is how I figured out I have a very, very convincing doppelganger because I don't do any of that. None of it. These are friends of mine. I saw you at yoga. I'm like, this doppelganger chick is making me look so freaking good. I love her. She's like the best thing that ever happened. Because you don't know, underneath all these clothes, I could be fit as a fiddle. You have no idea, right? And for me, I just look like I'm working out all the time. Yes, you did see me out running. It's wonderful. I did figure out who she is, and a couple of my friends said, do you want to meet her? And I was like, no. I remember blind dating. That's when you open the door, and at least one of you is highly disappointed, and I know it's not going to be me. So I cannot deal with that rejection. She's going to look at me and be like, this is the girl you think I look like? I'm pissed. The other thing I wonder, because people come and tell me they see me out running, what are they telling her? You know? Like I saw you stress eating tacos in the Del Taco Park. I saw you braless and walking around Walmart in the middle of the day. You know? I saw you yelling at a bunch of kids outside of Get Air. I mean, that's the thing. She's gonna be pissed. She's gonna be like, what the hell is this girl doing to me? This sucks. It's so stupid. No, I'm not totally, completely like, I walk. I do what I gotta do. But mostly I just had plastic surgery. I thought, I gotta take care of this. Let's get it under the knife. That's easier. I mean, it costs a little bit of money, but whatever. No, it was more just out of function. I don't know what happens to your body. Some of you like right here have 5 kids and your body just snaps back like that. You look hot no matter what. Some of you give birth to one child. It looks like a family of raccoons has been living in your stomach skin. It's horrible. So I had to go get a little mommy makeover. And because here's the thing, they tell you that your boobs are gonna sag when you're young. You know that they will, right? But I'm thinking like fully inflated balloon, partially inflated balloon. Nobody, not one single person said anything about piping bags with all of the frosties. It's like, whoa, nobody mentioned that. What the heck? I remember having a huge fear of mammograms. By the time that rolled around, it was just like, flop it on there. Get out the special machine that does millimeters. I mean, it was brutal. I still had a size C cup. You just had to like scoop it up. It wasn't a good look. So I went and got taken care of. When I was in the waiting room to go get it done, I was reading the literature and it just said, if you can hold a pencil underneath your breast, you're a good candidate for this surgery. And I was like, wait, a pencil? Like one freaking pencil? Like it should say, if you can hold a carton of pencils. Yeah, okay. If you can hold like a remote control. I started looking around the room like, oh, here's the can of pens, I'll take that. Let's see, here's the vase of flowers, stack of magazines. Can I borrow your laptop? Honestly, like, there's a lot of things I could fit into there. So I went back to the room, I whipped off my shirt, had 2 98 packs of crayons with the little sharpeners. I wanted them to know that I really qualified for this thing. Because plastic surgeons are usually pretty timid about that. I recently was out with some girlfriends and we heard these kind of sassy girls next to us saying, like, if she's gonna talk like that, she better say it to my face. And I was like, oh no, girl, you gotta grow up. If somebody has something to say about me, you better tell a trusted friend. I do not wanna know. Seriously, I was PTA president for a long time, and I remember having this chick come up to me and saying, I wish, we had spent thousands of hours on this carnival, and she was like, I just wish there were just some healthier eating options. And I was like, Biage, if you give me $1,000, I'll give you all the carrot sticks you can handle. And you're gonna take them all home at the end of the night. I have a perfect idea for a suggestion box. It's basically a shredder that just says suggestion box. But don't you think this would be a great idea? I thought, if someone comes up to me and says, I have a suggestion, I'd be like, wait, don't tell me, write it down. Write it down, really detailed. Get real detailed. I'll give you some nice paper, put it in that box. If it makes a loud sound, don't worry about it. And then they can feel better, and then you can feel good because you didn't have to hear it. Anyway, on the way out the door, if you see a suggestion box, make sure you fill out the stuff. You guys have been awesome!
Keep it going for Kate, everybody! All right, we have one more very special guest for you guys before we get Carrie up here.